Hello everyone, my name is Nathan and today it's time for another episode of City Skylines. Technically at the moment I don't have a lot of time to record because I'm going on a vacation. I tried to do a little bit of pre-recording for the next couple of days, but the next time I'm home is Thursday, so Thursday is probably gonna be the next City Skylines episode and we're gonna keep this one short. What we can do in today's episode is fill up a bunch of gaps. I see a lot of gaps right here that I would like to see filled up, but also Neptuni finally reached the last stage. I actually missed that in the previous episode. So there should be a couple more buildings to place, such as the School of Zions. Looks like if we do some trickery, we could cram it in here, but we have to do that with the Move It mod. Let's see, maybe we can bend this around to lead this all the way to the plaza. And then we still have a couple of roads in the way. Let me just get this out of the way temporarily. You can go right here. Yeah, we definitely somehow want to lead this around the building in a more or less realistic way. Okay, actually not too shabby. I like it. Let's see what else we have to place. There are a couple more buildings. Academic Statue 2. I would like to set it up over here. So let's place it in this place and move it over. So there we go. It's gonna go right next to the parking spots. There's also a chess club building that we could set up here. And then we have the media lab. Didn't we already have that? No, I don't think I have it. We could place it here or over yonder actually. Maybe we should populate this area a bit more. Yeah, let's do it. I'm just gonna keep going with the pathway here. And we're gonna set up the media lab right there. This actually costs 62,000. Wow. Now we do have a bookstore in the joint, so I believe we have placed all the buildings that belong to the university. There's just the decorations and the fences to be done. Next up, we're gonna take care of this little part. The first step I want to take is set down a couple of roads. Most of it is probably gonna be low density residential. I don't want any traffic to accumulate there. Maybe just at the very end here, we're gonna settle for a couple of office buildings. They shouldn't be bothered by the noise of the highway. Gonna continue this a bit further, side roads towards the roundabout. We can have a little something here. And then of course up here towards the other side. We wanna fill this all the way up until the mountain gets a bit too steep. I wanna start here with the upper part. All of this is gonna be low density. And we're gonna bring the low density all the way over to here. Well, we'll have to see how this actually develops once the buildings pop up. I mean, at least for this node, we should put it down slightly, I think. Same thing with the bridge here. It's a little too steep. Much better. As mentioned, we're gonna have a whole bunch of offices along here. Everything that's a little too close to the highway. We can technically have a little bit of high density residential here as well. I wouldn't mind. Yeah, I mean, eventually we want a lot of people, so let's just do this entire inner part high density. Okay, nice. This can now start to develop. Maybe since we're at it, we should also take care of the traffic situation we have going on. Well, actually, one thing we should definitely do is have an off-ramp into the new area we just zoned. Yeah, this actually already helped, so the only thing we need to do is make sure they can turn around a little bit quicker here. Let me see if we can rearrange that. How about that? What did that to the zoning? We are still good, I think. Okay, let's see if that actually helped. Yeah, beautiful. They don't actually have to slow down anymore. So now the problem is probably just gonna shift to this intersection. In the spirit of filling up more gaps, I think what I want to do is set up more office buildings along here. So it's not gonna affect the industry route. Add more offices like so. And we can then have this industry road just curve around. We can even give this a little more space. It's always so weird when you do this in real time without pausing the game. Okay, cool. I actually like that. Now we will have some issues with the trees since I have the prop and tree anarchy enabled. Every now and then we're gonna encounter trees on the road. Now that we're more or less done with this area, I think we can start to beautify at least parts of it using the usual assets. Okay, nice. It's definitely gonna come along, but it's gonna need some more love, that's for sure. I do like the Asteroid Bell Park. I think that was a really nice addition. Okay, looks like we temporarily made the traffic situation worse. However, the area is starting to look really nice and cozier. Now I guess everywhere I cannot really zone, we're gonna set up a bunch of rocks and other decorations. But it doesn't make sense to me to fill up everything completely with zoned buildings. However, other parts such as these, I think we should fill up. There's no reason why not to. They have the water, should have the electricity. Let's freaking do it. Should we just keep going with offices? Probably. I mean, sooner or later we're going to need more commercial. Oh, check this out. I didn't even realize we have 32 million in the bank. I just love it. But you can now see we are starting to fill up the gaps. And we're gonna do this every now and then throughout the entire city. So everything is somewhat belonging to the city. But as mentioned, we can also have wide open fields. Just as long as they somewhat belong to the city, I'm happy. Okay, great. Let's do some more shenanigans. I might want to continue this road here. Let me see if we can do that without too much collateral damage. Yeah, we want to go behind this and the rest is going to be decorations. I think to fill up this place, I'm gonna make a custom park that is not actually a park. It's just gonna be a couple of pathways that we drag along. So one is gonna go over here to this crossing and then maybe one up. And maybe if we can, that would be great. And to round everything off, if we can, I wanna place this rock. And we could even have a penis rock. I'm sorry, I cannot say no to that. Another thing that would be great is a playground. Can I get a playground, please? That is small playground, large playground. Whoa, the large playground is really large. Okay, we're gonna go with a small one. It needs to be adjacent to a road, so let's try that. Okay, that might be a little steep. The children are gonna roll down onto the street. It's a valuable life lesson. Gonna get a couple of my tree bodies in the joint. You can almost never go wrong with that. Okay, and just like that, we have created a park-like structure that is not an actual park. Still, it is a nice filler in my books. Okay, looking at this, what we might be interested in doing is have some low-density commercial along the highway here. So in order to set this up, we're just gonna go out, and then if we're lucky, we can do that. No, we are destroying the bridge. Okay, that just means I have to go out a little more. That is fine, we can have a little bit of a gap. After all, it is a filler element and not necessarily supposed to give us the best returns. A visual thing mostly. And there we go, some low density commercial. Actually, let's leave that out. And instead we're gonna make this some office space. Great, that is gonna fill up the gap nicely. Poppy Park actually could use some more love, if you ask me. But I think that's gonna be something for the detailing episode. Oh guys, man, I'm back from editing and I have to say I'm already running short on time. Oh, by the way, at some point we're going to fix this metro. It is truly hilarious. But anyways, I thought what we could do now is finally get rid of this dangerous power line. And we could go ahead and set up a couple of side roads for this area as well. I definitely want to have a road leading into this direction. Yeah, let's actually make it join up with the building there. Gonna connect this like so. So there's gonna be a little bit of a grid going on next to the airport, but not quite. We should also have a metro nearby. We're then going to connect these roads together, so we have that connection established as well. And I guess we could do another side road here. Everything else we're gonna leave free. However, we need to make sure that we don't have large buildings, though I think they are actually coming from this side. Yeah, so if we wanted, we can even have large buildings there. But maybe to wrap things up, I want another unique building. The Oriental Pearl Tower, that's actually something someone wanted me to set up here in the Womb District. So I think I'm actually gonna do that eventually. Should we have the rocket launch site? Chirp launch site. No, okay, that is a bigger project we can take on another time. Sure, let's actually do a driving range. I don't think that's the worst building I could have picked. We're then going to have some more residential. Not too much, mind you. Actually, let's only do it up to this point, and then maybe we can even have some more commercial, which we desperately need. So all of this can be commercial. Yep. Gonna have a little bit of office space as a buffer, and even more commercial. Great, that will actually do it in terms of stuff we want to place around the airport. So the rest is just going to be decorative. So there's going to be probably one entire episode dedicated to university/airport. Also, what should we do with this little area? Give me a bunch of suggestions you'd like to see there. I was also thinking about another museum that we could set up here. And also, if I'm not mistaken, there are a couple of special buildings. Let me see. Museums and... no, the sports buildings, yeah. But we still don't have a baseball park, for instance. So that's another stadium we can place eventually. But since I don't have much time to record today, and this is going to be very short, I don't want to rush anything. So instead of, you know, just doing anything, it's just going to be a shorter episode. But the amount of episode you get at least should be the normal quality. As for this roundabout, I think it's time to once again push this down. Let's do this in a more extreme manner. So I just want a tiny little hole in order to place some water in it. So let's see, we can probably make this fairly small. Wanna place that here and push it down. Oh my gosh, just imagine what happens if we place one of these water sources too high up. Come on. Ah, that's what I'm talking about. It's gonna make it look much better from the top. Oh yes, but we already have a little bit of flooding going on. Don't worry guys, that's just initially a problem. Oh no, are the parked cars gonna be washed away? Looks like some are. But yeah, there we go. The initial wave is already over. We have the space to place down a little bit of flora. I wonder now that I have the tree and prop Anarchy, could we get one of... Ooh, okay. That might actually be interesting. Just have 3 of these stones lined up. One here. And then we already used the other one. Ah, that is a bummer. Let's do this one. It's a little bit big though. But there we go. I think this is gonna make for an interesting area. But I have to admit, it doesn't feel quite complete. I think we're missing a bunch of rocks. Let me set up one of these. So you're gonna go here. And if I can, I want to move you slightly over. Also looks like we got rid of our traffic problem. Let's actually see traffic overall, 79%. I'm now always only gonna worry if we drop below 77%. That is usually the red flag. Alright, I think in order to wrap this up, I just want to see some of the areas out of the perspective of the passengers. So this is of course a little bit of a crazy ride because the trains are they are going nuts. But I do like this entire area. This is where we had our traffic problems earlier. And now we're going underground. Okay, that is a little less good. But I guess it's just to go into a certain direction. Yeah, right here we are popping out again. Great. Okay, now we're going along the Olympus district. And soon enough we should be able to turn to the left. And I really like how these train tracks are all together. Could be a little less bumpy. There we go. Okay, so we're moving along the airport. We still have lots and lots of helicopters waiting. This is one of the things I definitely have to fix eventually. Okay, there seems to be another huge passage we are just avoiding by going or tunneling under. And I think that is definitely something we have to change as well. Most of the train tracks in the end of the series should be above ground. Just in cases of emergencies, we're gonna do it differently. So where exactly is this train moving? I don't even know where we are at this point. It seems very lonely here. Hello, anybody here? Are we just going out of the map? No, there's another intersection coming up. Oh, intriguing. So we're actually moving to the nuclear power plant. Well, I guess not quite. We're moving off the map, but we can have a look at the nuclear power plant from afar. Ah, this was actually a really great project, and it still requires some decorations, especially look at the road there. So looks like we're just moving out here. That's not something I really wanted to see. You know what? We're not gonna stall any more time. I'm not gonna insult your intelligence. Actually, at some point we will have more of these tours. However, I'm only gonna tour in the future if there is an area that is completely done. So we toured around the old town, for instance. And now the more districts we finish, the more we will be able to take a little tour and actually appreciate it from the perspective of an NPC. But yeah, I would say with that out of the way, we're gonna wrap it up for today. Next episode hopefully is gonna be on Thursday. Until then, thank you so much for watching. Have a great time and see you soon. Bye bye.